Good morning, sir. Good morning, classmates. I am Jenny B. Gules, and I will be the one to discuss the Chapter 6, Lesson 3, and it is all about taxation. So, Introduction to Taxation. Taxation is an inherent power of the state needed to fund government activities. So, it provides the government with money to maintain society, deliver services, and promote economic development. So taxes are essential for public welfare and nation building. So ang taxation DI is the way the government collects money from people and businesses para makaprovide og services like roads, schools, hospitals, and security. So without taxes, ang government cannot function. So for example, like kanang nagbayad ka og tax. So ang government gamiton niya to build roads, give free education, provide police protection, and etc. So daghan daig tabang ang pagbayad og tax. So para mas masabtan, let's move for the meaning of the taxation. So taxation is the power of the government through Congress to impose charges on persons, property, or rights for public purposes. So only the legislative branch can impose taxes, not the president or judiciary. It distributes the cost of government among those who benefit from it. It also helps regulate the economy, such as controlling inflation by reducing excess money in circulation. So, ang taxation DI is the power of Congress to create laws that require people to pay taxes. So, only the lawmaking body or the Congress can create taxes. So, ang pwede ra day makahimo og laws about taxes is only the Congress. So murag nakaibaw na maguro taan nino kay mura niagi naman ni nato sa una na discussion all about the branches. So not the president or the executive or the courts. So taxes pay for government expenses and protect citizens. So example, ang Congress naghimo og law. So ang law kay mao ang for example, everyone who earns money must pay income tax. So mo na gitawag og taxation. So ang gihimo daw nila na law is like kanang ang tanan na naay makadawat og money and or income dapat mobayad og tax. So mo na gitawag og taxation. So next is the philosophical views of taxation. A. First is the utilitarianism. So the goal is greatest happiness for the greatest number. Supports taxes that improve lives and distribute resources fairly, but warns that too much tax can harm investment and productivity. So, ang utilitarianism daw kay believes that an action is good if it creates the greatest happiness for the greatest number of people. So, nituo ang utilitarianism, nagtuo na kung ang action nimo is good, so nagkahimo ni og greatest happiness sa tanang mga tawo. So taxes are good if they help many people, they improve society, and they distribute resources fairly. So mao na utilitarianism. But too much tax can become harmful because it decreases like business growth, productivity, and motivation to work and invest. So the government must balance tax levels. So dapat moderate ra ang pag-tax na at tax nga gibayad para malikayan ang ang mogamay ang motivation sa mga nagtrabaho kay kintay kung masobraan drag dag bayron nun ay kung dako rag tax nga ibayad niya kanang ang gamay ra dayang iyang income nga nadawat, so males jud ang iyang motivation, so makawa siya gana sa work, so dapat moderate la jud, so mo na utilitarianism. The next is the deontology. So the focus of deontology is the duty and respect for property rights. So some argued tax is like forced taking of property, but this is not realistic because public services must be funded. So ang deontology daw, this approach nag-focus sa duties and rights. So some say tax is stealing. So daghan daw ang nag-ingon nga ang tax daw is pagpangawat. But this is not realistic. So dili tinuod kay daghang mga tawo nga nag-need og public services like roads, hospitals and security. So you cannot enjoy government services without contributing. So for example, if you use roads but refuse to pay taxes, so unfair jud na. So unfair jud na sa mga tao nga nag-pay og taxes. So mao nay deontology. The next is the virtue ethics. So focuses on virtues, using talents, charity, and independence. So moderate taxes encourage productivity, generosity, and self-reliance. So ang virtue ethics nag-focus on a good character and virtues like generosity, independence, and using talents, etc. So moderate taxes help people work harder and give more to others. So murag naingon na nina ganina di ba na dapat moderate ra ang tax para dili maglisod pod ang mga tawo. So like very high taxes can discourage effort. So, para mas masabtan, example, if taxes are fair, so people work harder because they keep enough of their income. Also, taxes encourage like helping helping others through government services. So, supporting the poor and building a fair society. So, moderate taxes help people practice. So, moderate taxes help people practice virtues. So, manay virtue ethics. So, next is are taxes moral? So, some compare taxes to theft, but this is not accurate. So, di ba, niingon naman ko ganyan na no, na daghag mga tao nga nag-ingon nga taxes daw are like stealing. So, di na tinuod. So, society entrusts government to protect the common good, so taxes are a fair exchange for public services. So, people benefit from government protection, utilities, and infrastructure. So, dili day na tinuod kung dili day tinuod ng kanang ang taxes pagbayad daw og tax kay kanang pagpangawat daw na dili na tinuod because kanang we live in a society baya nga where kanang everyone benefits from government services. So we pay taxes tungod kay it is fair. So everybody maka-share uh, everybody shares the cost of public needs. Like example kanang nagbayad nagbayad ka og tax, kita ninyo nagbayad ta og tax. So ang government nato nagprotect sa atong safety. So this is a fair exchange. So if makapangutana ka kung our taxes ba is moral, so yes, taxes are moral kay dako man siya natabang nato. So next is legitimate objectives of tax. So it provides public services, law and order, healthcare, and education. It also gives aid to the poor and support equality of opportunity. It promotes economic stability and distribute resources fairly. And also it encourages equality, controversial but possible goal. So, ang objectives sa taxation, taxes are used to para makaprovide og public services like sa giingon na ganina like schools, hospitals, police, og napay daghan, etc. And makatabang pod ang taxes sa mga poor pareha nato. And also it support equality and opportunity. And unsa pa man kanang ang taxes pod maka-improve day pod sa ato ang economy. So kanang example kanang taxes, ang taxes ay sa pagbayad nato og taxes kita sa mga tao tanang tao nga nagbayad og taxes, so ang government makahimo og public hospitals tahay, so kitang tanan madato or pobre pareho nga maka-receive og healthcare. So mo na nga naka-importante ang pagbayad og tax. So next is tax evasion versus tax avoidance. So first is the tax evasion. Tax evasion or the illegal. So ngano kang illegal siya? So lying or hiding information to pay less tax. Example kanang declaring lower income than actual. So ang tax evasion daw ay ang pagpamutbot or kanang imong gitago ang imong tinuod nga information para makabayad og makabayad og less tax. Like example tahay kanang ang imong giingon kay namutbot ka nga imuhang income kay 1 million ra, nga ang tinuod dito kay 5 million. So namutbot ka, mo na gitawag og tax evasion. Namutbot ka para mogamay imuhang bayronon sa tax. So mo na tax evasion. So nasabtan na ba? So move ta sa tax avoidance. Masabot raman, no? So ang tax avoidance, legal but sometimes unethical. So using legal loopholes to reduce taxes. Example kay structuring businesses to lower tax legally. Ang tax avoidance is using legal rules to reduce tax. So pareha ra gyapon siya sa tax evasion pero ang nakalahi la kay legal ang iyang paggamit. So mas okay no ni siya pero kuan gyapon siya ay murag pareha gyapon siya na kanang para gigamit para mogamay ang imuhang moles bitang pag imuhang tax nga bayron nun. So mana siya. So example sa tax avoidance kay kanang putting your business tahay in a kanang sa lugar nga ang taxes kay gamay ra og mabayad. So it is legal. So mo na example sa mo na tax avoidance. So next is the benefits of paying taxes. So funds public services, security, education, healthcare, roads, welfare, government salaries, helps ensure a stable, safe, and functioning society. So it allows government to provide infrastructure and protection. So taxes can be progressive, rich pay more, or regressive, poor pay more. So the benefits of paying taxes daw kay ang taxes it allow the government to provide sa gingon na ganina maka-provide ang pabayad og tax maka-provide og roads and infrastructure, uh, education and healthcare, unsa pa kanang police, firefighters and military, and also our public safety and cleanliness. So ug mohatag ka og tax ang government maka-maintain og kanang public services like roads you use like kanang roads you use every day. So mo nay benefits of paying taxes. So next is basic principles of a sound tax system. So first is the fiscal adequacy. So revenue must be enough for government needs. So fiscal adequacy di ay is ang sakto nga kwarta. So ang kwarta nga makolek must be enough for government expenses. So mo na fiscal adequacy. So next is the equality or justice. So taxes based on ability to pay. So mo na equality. So ang mga tao magbase sa ability sa pagbayad. So mo anay equality. Next is the administrative feasibility. So taxes must be easy to administer and collect. So dali ra kolektahon. So dapat daw ang taxes sayon ra i-collect. The next is the essential characteristics of taxation. So first is the enforced contribution. So everyone must pay penalties for non-compliance. So dapat ang tanan daw makabayad og tax. So kung dili makabayad na ay penalty. So example kanang wala ka nakabayad sa imong tax so na jud kay fines. Then second is payable in money. So must be paid in legal currency. So in money must be paid in cash. So dapat kanang cash day jud ang ibayad kung magbayad ka og tax. Dili ka pwede nga mobayad og kanang bugas na tayo mong ibayad or kanang chicken baron etc. So dapat di ay cash jud ang ibayad ug magbayad og tax. So next is proportionate. So higher income is equals higher tax. So proportionate kung dako imong income so dako jud ka og magbayad na tax. So example ikaw tahay imong income is 50,000 pesos. Then ang imuhang amiga baron or amigo is ang iyang income lang is 10,000 pesos. So mas dako jud ka og tax nga mabayad kaysa niya. So mo na proportionate. Next is levied on persons or property. So nakadepende. So income, property and rights. So nakadepende siya. Example tahay nagbayad ka og tax sa imuhang salary og sa imuhang balay. So you pay tax on your salary and your house. So mo na siya. Next is levied by the state with jurisdiction. So only authorities where property or person is located. So taxes apply where you live or where property is located. So kung imuhang property is nasa Cebu, so kung sa Cebu pug ka magbayad og tax. So next is divide on legislature. legislature or legislature, di ko sure. Sorry. Congress creates tax laws. So, by legislative branch, example, ang Congress nag-create og tax laws. So, ang Kongreso ra ang pwede mohimo og buhis. So, mo to, naingon naman guro, naingon na nina ganina di ay, na ang Congress ra ang pwede nga makahimo og tax law. So, mo na siya. Then last is for public purpose. So, used for government needs and community welfare. So, taxes fund hospitals, roads, and schools. So, mga example. So, mora to akong topic. Thank you for listening. Unta nakasabot ra mo. Thank you.